Welcome to Underground Crypto. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and see where we are. Are we on the right thing? It doesn't look like it. There we go. Now we're on the right thing. How is everybody? Welcome to Underground Crypto, deep dive research show. Running a couple minutes late here, but we are here, and that is all that matters. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's check out that chat. We got Melissa, and that's it. I don't know where everybody's at today. What is today? Tuesday? Not sure. But if you're here, definitely smash that like button, subscribe, say something in the chat so I know you're here. And let's go ahead and get right into it. How about that pump today for Bitcoin, right? Let's see. What do we pump from? We pumped from, I don't know, say around 90,000, maybe just a little under 90,000, all the way up to 94,005, 538. Nice 4,500 pump right there. It's pretty awesome. I think people were getting a little bit down on crypto there for a minute. Nice to see a big pump to the upside. So this midnight came out today, and it has dropped 57.1%. You know we will be talking about that. Crypto Maniac in the house. Thank you for being here. And then all the bubbles are smaller, right? That night one is huge, and the rest of them are tiny. Pengu up 10%, Stark 5%, ETH is up 5.9% to what? 3,392. Glad to see that moving though. FET up 8.7%, ADA up 8.1%. And let's drop it down a tier, right? Let's drop it down 100. You got Folks up 36.5%. Pippin still moving. Not sure why people like that, but they do. I've been taking a vacay from crypto, coming back slowly. Hey, Crypto Maniac, sometimes you have to do that. Glad that you're here today, though. Horizon, getting a little bit of a pump from 873 all the way to 1062. We've speculated on that thing moving for a while now. Good to see it actually doing something. Dog with Hat, getting a little bit of a move as well from 37 cents to about 45 cents, just barely shy of 45 cents. All right, let's hop over to the CoinGecko, refresh it, make sure we got the latest numbers for you. 3.2 trillion in the market cap. I remember when we used to be over 4 trillion in the market cap of all of crypto. Fix that collar. All right, so Bitcoin, $92,131. Watchman, yep, says that was a fun pump. Yeah, I was just talking about that. It was about $4,500 pump. Probably, if you took the very low to the very high, probably closer to $5,000 pump. Some people got paid today. Dang, I remember when I was found Dog with Hat at 30 million market cap, right? What is it now? I don't even know what it's at now, but I'm sure it's much higher than that. So 92,140 for Bitcoin. We're happy to see that. Obviously a little bit of retracement after that pump, call it a falling wedge. Ethereum, $3,293. XRP, $2.09. BNB, $888. Solana, $137.85. Tron, 28 cents. Dogecoin, 14.5 cents. Cardano, 46 cents. Chainlink, $14.25. XLM, 25 cents. Hyperliquid, $27.96. Monero, $387. That thing's up still 3.4% in the last 24 hours. Actually down in the last 7 days. Avalanche is $14.58, being up 7.5% today. SWI at $1.64 is up 3.3% in the last 24 hours, but not much for the 7-day, only 0.2%. All right, where else are we at? HBAR, 13 cents. And let's pull up, let's look at Memecore. Memecore's up 5.9% today, but down 2% in the last 7 days. I bought a little bit of that not too long ago. And where else are we at? I want to look at that flare, still hanging at 100. Hasn't fallen out of the top 100 quite yet. And it's only up a 0.1% today at 0.0129. So almost 0.013. Wow, that was rolling right off of the tip of the tongue, right? So let's go take a look at what's trending, as we always do here. Midnight is trending, and I don't know if it's a good thing. It got hammered. In the hour, it's up 2%, right? That's good. If you bought the bottom, I guess. It's really down 56.8% today, and it just came out today. As you can see from this straight 45-degree line that some might call a chart. That was the 1 year. When you go to the max, though, it gives a little bit more character. Still only came out today, guys. With $675.7 million in its market cap. It's a lot of money for something that just came out. Zero knowledge, Bitcoin. Where did I get Bitcoin? Privacy blockchain, zero knowledge, and Binance Alpha Spotlight. It's in the BNB ecosystem. It is like a layer 1, so it has its own, looks like Midnight contract address. Midnight Network. The architecture of freedom is rational privacy, right? So privacy that makes sense. Watch it pump like 100% in a few days. Yeah, that would be wild, but not uncommon. Like Mon, when it dropped hard. Yeah, I think you're referring to this Midnight. I don't know what they did wrong, but somebody dumped this thing. Web3 promised freedom. Midnight restores the original promise of crypto. I guess we didn't want that. The network is a 4th-generation blockchain built for rational privacy. No one should be forced to choose between utility and privacy. Midnight's architecture enables everyone to verify truth without exposing their personal data. I don't know why I was just thinking this reminds me a lot of that coin, which ticker was Truth. Pretty sure the project was called Truth too. But pumped big days later. Yeah, I mean, volatility at its finest, right? Definitely need something to drink. All right. There we go. So that's Midnight. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on it today, as we will probably look at it more over the next couple of days, as it literally just came out. And right now it's just down, right? So who knows how much we really want to take a look at it. This is very, very odd. Here, let me see if I can make sense of this. Maybe it's just me. But on the 24-hour chart, it says it's down 56.8%, which makes sense because it started here at about 9 cents. But the max chart still starts it today, December 9th. And this also starts December 9th, and that's at 0.094. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to make sense of this. But it must have just come out slightly before. Is my only guess here, because here it says 0.025 is where it came out. Obviously, this is where it started in 24 hours. So, yeah, I guess there's just a slight discrepancy between those two. But it changes the percentage that it's up or down, you know, quite a bit. From very negative to somewhat positive. Humidify. We talked about this. Hasn't even been out 7 days yet. We'll go over it. Monad down 14.2% in the last 7 days. Took a little bit of a hit. Would hope to see a little bit more recovery in this coin. Hopefully they're not just dumping it now. Dog with hat. Again, this is what is trending. If you're wondering what I'm reading and why I'm reading it, this is all the things that are trending over on CoinGecko. Crypto Rank says the Fear and Greed Index is at 26. Let's see if this thing is working. Crypto Rank was really not working the other day. I don't know if it's me or what. It really seems like it's still not working. Your connection to this site is not secure. You should not enter any sensitive information. Yeah, well, I'm not. Huh. Very weird little warning it gave me. Yeah, I don't know what's up with CryptoRank. It's just not working. We're not going to be able to rely on that one today. So let's look at this humidify. The more it dumps, the more I can buy. Yeah. As long as it doesn't dump forever, that's a good strategy, right? And before we do the humidify, just want to look at something real quick. Let's look at this coin market cap. And it kind of automatically goes to what's trending, which is interesting. Let's see. They got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. Okay, you would know all of those. Official ROX. This YOLODO esports is still just always there. Apero. This GAI or GAIX. Just see some very different things over here on CoinMarketCap. Super Fortune. Okay, that makes more sense. Brain not computing. Syntism AI. AI Cell. Some definite interesting things over here. See syrups on there. Power Protocol we talked about yesterday for sure. And they go on for a while as far as what's trending. I mean, they give you like the top 100 trending things. You could spend a lot of time there. Okay, CryptoRank still not working. Just go ahead and X that. Give up on it. So Humidify. Humidify is chilling at 18 cents. Max chart says it's up 17.4% and that it came out. It says it came out today. That doesn't make sense. I know it. Pretty sure it came out yesterday. We literally went over it yesterday. That's very strange. I find discrepancies like that with these websites a lot of times. Okay. And it says it came out at about 15 cents today. 41.1 million in market cap. We did look at it on CoinGecko the other day. So this is probably just when, we looked at it on CryptoRank the other day. I think this is just when they started tracking it, right? Billion tokens. Circulating supply, 230 million. Solana. Contract starts with wet. That's hilarious. I didn't know that they got to like pick their own contract addresses. So there's that. Twitter, let's see how much attention they have there. 25.8 thousand followers. DeFi 2.0 is what it says. Pinned post was from 11 hours ago and got 33,000 impressions. Take a look at this video. It's a pretty, not great. It's not a great video, right? What was that on X? It was something about XRP Turbo. Let me see what that was. It's probably nothing. Turbocharging XRP, how XRP Turbo is building AI powered utility in 2026. There's a Medium article. Yeah, we'll maybe look at that at another time. Anyways, we're looking at Humidify. Let's pull up their website. Oh, that's smart. They made it look like, wait a second. I don't know if they intentionally tried to make it look like a weather app. Maybe not. Maybe they, at first it really looked like any weather app that you have like on your phone, but actually I don't think that's what they were doing. So this is the leaderboard. There must be some kind of airdrops going on there. Got tokenomics. And then give us like a nice visual diagram of the tokenomics. I feel like that's a little bit of a fail. Just wondering about their website here. It looks a little low budget. I mean, it looks pretty good for low budget, but it looks kind of low budget, right? And also their video that they had on their pin post looked very low budget. So now I'm kind of wondering here. Humidify is an active liquidity DEX prop automated market maker on Solana. Humidify's vision is to make Solana the home of the world's most efficient, responsive, and transparent markets, true internet capital market. The protocol redefines decentralized trading by merging on-chain execution with institutional-grade market-making logic. creating a system where liquidity is always active, adaptive, and optimized for performance. We're not going to read all of this, but that was, gives you a little bit of a breakdown of what this thing is, why they built it. The leaderboard's not really exciting, not worth looking at here. Website definitely low budget. I would have to give that website give it a 5 out of 10. That's what I'd give that website. Camp's in the house. Ayo, thank you for coming in. Pippin took off. Yep. Pippin, I mean, when it comes to meme coins, it's almost like the name of it and the character that they have and the little lore that they have are of little to no real meaning. And it's really just all about how much community they can stir up, right? And people. You think that would be a little bit more dependent on what they have going on, but it really doesn't seem to be. I don't think there was anything else really in the trending worth looking at, but we could look at top gainers, top losers. And again, Humidify is there. Ancient 8 we've looked at before, but let's talk about Pippin. Campsta says he got sick really early, or he got sick today and he went home early. I was mixing all that up, trying to crypto convert me. Sorry to have, there's a cold going around everywhere. Seems very contagious. Everybody seems to be getting it, but also not very extreme, right? So Pippin came out November 13th at 0.06 cents. So 6 cents. And that would have been November 13th, 2024. And right now it's got $294.8 million in its market cap, billion max supply, 99.9 million, almost a billion in circulating supply. Of course, had this big pump from literally 0.029, so almost, it's basically from 2 cents to 29 cents. I mean, that should be more than a 10x, right? Maybe not. Says up 379.9%. Probably just mathing wrong here. Contract, Solana contract. Pippin.love. We've been to this website before. This is the character. That thing. Whatever that thing is. A place where gentle wonders shape unseen connections and kind words bloom like flowers. I hope you guys are ready for the poetry because they're bringing that poetry. Discover the story behind our token and the inspiration. Meet Pippin, the unicorn. Apparently that's supposed to be a unicorn. I would have never mistaken it for a unicorn, that's for sure. Understanding the technology driving our innovative, built upon the baby AGI experience. See, that's probably where I'd like to start with this. Is there some real use case about Pippin that I really didn't know about? So our framework is a robust extension built upon the foundational experience of baby AGI, which I don't really know what that is. 20,000 plus GitHub stars, 70 plus academic citations. It empowers developers to harness advanced AI capabilities in a modular way. Okay, well, we've talked about modularity, helping them build a digital being that can reflect on tasks, generate new activities, and seamlessly integrate external tools. Below, we present a white paper outlining the project's vision, usage scenario, and future horizon. Well, this is certainly news to me. I did not realize, and this is my own due diligence fault here for not going into a little bit more detail with their website. If this checks out to be true, they must have some kind of innovative thing for AI agents, And they do have a white paper. So when code meets careful wonder, New forms of intelligence quietly bloom. This project has grown from a simple concept into an expansive platform by exploring how AI can autonomously evolve while it inherits the intuitive loop of baby AGI. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It extends them with memory, dynamic skill management, and deeper philosophical approach, akin to Pippin gentle worldview where new capabilities sprout organically. Okay, so they're doing some kind of like AI autonomous evolvation, leaving it to evolve, I guess. Very interesting. There's a lot we could cover here. I don't know if it's worth our time to go over Pippin in that kind of detail. What's going on in this chat right now? No blues guy today. He's got, and I'm just guessing, he must have some music rehearsal or something like that. All right, let's get back out of this. See what else is in the top gainer, top loser worth looking at. I'm actually glad we looked at that because I didn't realize that Pippin had a little bit more substance to it. Top 3 gainer of the day is this Ancient 8. And I've read this thing before, so I know it's not new. July 16, 2024. In the last 24 hours, though, it's up 39.2%. Call it 40% here, with 27.5 million in its market cap. A billion max supply, circulating supply 419.6 million. And let's go to their website. Kind of want to see the categories real quick. Let's see: smart contract, GameFi, play to earn, guild and scholarship, layer 2, gaming, blockchain, optimism, superchain ecosystem. This thing does look pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and launch the Web3 version of this thing right away. And then they say gamify, right? And it'll be like, I don't know, it'll be like no games, and then they'll just, not this particular, but so many times it'll say gamify and it's really just financial, and they just act like somehow they've gamified staking or something like that. Actually, if I remember this correctly, they actually did have some games. So they got a marketplace, staking, bridging, of course, all those things. Game protocol, 50 plus games. And you click it, and it doesn't do anything. So disappointing. Swap token. So you can swap from ETH to A8 or Ancient 8. They have a hackathon. Had a hackathon, in December 24th, 2024, basically a year ago. Okay, and here's your games, right? Here's your game titles. Well, I clicked on one of these last time. I'm trying to remember why we couldn't play it. Why couldn't we play this last time? PokeQuest. Oh, because the game didn't actually exist. Oh no, take that back. I see now. It's a Telegram game. So in order to play it, you'd have to play it on Telegram. This is what it looks like, I guess. If you played any games on Telegram, they range from like ultra basic to a little bit better than ultra basic, in my opinion. I found one game on Telegram out of all the ones I've played that was like engaging enough that I wanted to come back and play it, if that makes sense. Luna C pumping right now, he says. Says, I don't buy meme coins though, except Clanker. But I'll trade it all day. Me neither. No, I had what Pippin was expected. All right. I don't know if there's anything else really to cover about this Ancient 8. It is on Ethereum and its own Ancient 8 contract address. It's pretty cool. So it's its own layer 1 smart contract platform. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how well this ecosystem matures here, right? And let's go. Let me pull up what we had to talk about today. I thought was pretty interesting. Hopefully it doesn't skip around on me when I move it back to the main frame here. Let's hop right into it. It's a topic that we've covered for sure a little bit here. So what invisible infrastructure actually means? Invisible infrastructure in crypto refers to a shift where the user no longer consciously interacts with the blockchain mechanics. I mean, there you are in a nutshell. We're going to talk about some intricacies, but that's exactly what it is. It's hilarious. Hey, Grandma. See you hopping in the chat. He says, hello, Grandma. Are you trading Pippin? No, she most certainly is not trading Pippin. Hilarious. The chain, wallet, gas, signatures, and bridges fade into the background. What remains visible is the application, the experience, and the outcome. So all of the technical stuff, we're talking about abstraction, basically. In earlier phases of cryptos, users had to choose a chain, manage wallets, pay gas manually, bridge assets, and understand confirmations. Why are we talking about abstraction in an obscure way? You see what I did there? Well, the reason why we're talking about this is, one, abstraction is huge. I think it's such a big deal for the evolution of crypto, and I don't really know. Does everybody really get why this is such a big deal? I wasn't sure. And this narrative came across this whole invisible infrastructure, and of course I realized quickly that they're just talking about abstraction. But, or is abstraction just talking about invisible infrastructure? Which one is it, the chicken or the egg? I think they're the same thing. But I want to go over it again so that everybody can maybe have that eureka moment where they realize how important abstraction is, or invisible infrastructure. Anyways, so in earlier phases of crypto, users had to choose a chain, manage a wallet, pay gas manually in the native token, bridge assets, understand confirmations. Invisible infrastructure removes this burden. Crypto becomes back-end technology, similar to how users don't think about TCP or IP when using the internet. This is not about hiding crypto. It's about removing friction, right? It's not like we're ashamed of the fact that it's crypto and we want it to look like it's not crypto. It only looks like crypto because that is our experience with crypto, and it's what makes us think of crypto, right? But that is not what makes it crypto. Blockchain technology is what, it really makes it crypto. Of course, cryptography, don't forget that. But it's about removing the friction for all the people. So why do we want to remove this friction? Well, for all the people who don't want to learn crypto, right? They don't want to learn anything about how to use Web3. They think crypto is just currency, and they silently wonder to themselves why we need so many different forms of currency, and they don't get it. They don't understand crypto at all. So to bring those people into a world where they use the features of crypto, not that they'll necessarily understand crypto more, but they'll be able to use the features and be a part of this Web3 world. So why early crypto was forced to be visible? Crypto began as an explicit, transparent system by design. Public ledgers, visible transaction, exposed mempools, explicit gas fees. This visibility was essential for trust minimization, censorship resistance, and early experimentation. However, what made crypto powerful was also what made it hard to use. Transparency at the protocol layer does not scale well with mass adoption at the user layer. Mass adoption is what this is all about. As crypto matured, the core question shifted to, can this work trustlessly? To, can normal people use this effortlessly? So it went from trustlessly to effortlessly. Invisible infrastructure, or chain abstraction, the UX, is all really saying the same things, right? Is really what it's all about, to bring in those next people. The UX ceiling crypto hit. Crypto adoption slowed, not because of technology limits, but because of UX friction. This is like user interface, right? Confusing wallet seed phrases, failed transaction, gas spikes, bridge risk, and chain fragmentation. These issues are not philosophical, they are practical blockers. Invisible infrastructure solves these by abstracting complexity, automating decisions, reducing visible failure points, and making crypto feel like software, not finance. This is the difference between crypto native users and global users. All right, we're still caught up on the chat. Chain abstraction as a core layer. Chain abstraction means no longer mess that up. Chain abstraction means users no longer choose a blockchain. They interact with an app and the system decides. We have such common reoccurring language in crypto that sometimes I think I know what it's going to say and it doesn't. Anybody alive out there? Anybody think that chain abstraction is the future? Here, I'm gonna make a poll real quick. Let's pop up a poll. Is chain abstraction All right, I started that poll. Please interact with the poll. The Discord is pinned in the chat. Thank you, Melissa, for messaging that, and then I could easily just, pin it. I'm gonna actually vote in that today. I might be the only one. We'll see. So, which chain to use? So they interact with an app. And the system decides, right? This is also, I guess, the intent layer. I like also like ANOMA, the way it's referred to, which would be the same idea here. In the app, you do whatever you do, right? You do the interaction. And then the system is who actually decides which chain to use, where liquidity lives, how execution happens. The application handles the routing, bridging, and settlements. To the user, the chain becomes irrelevant, right? Because if you just put it in an interaction, I want to send this money from here to there, swap it into this coin and stake it. Well, if the backend handles the routing and the bridging and everything that goes on there, I don't even really care anymore. To the user, the chain becomes irrelevant. Don't really care what chain anything is on at that point, which I think would be a good thing for crypto. This is a major architectural shift. Blockchain stops being products and starts being infrastructure providers. Account abstraction and smart wallets. So account abstraction removes the distinction between EOAs and smart contracts. Wallets become programmable accounts that can batch transactions, sponsor gas, recover access, enforce security rules, and automate auctions. This enables gasless onboarding, Web2 style signups, better mobile UX user interface there, safer user flows. Users don't manage private keys directly. The system manages security intelligently. Let me read that again. Users do not manage private keys directly. The system manages security intelligently. Number 6, intent-based system replace transaction. I really like the way that this narrative really put together everything from intent to abstraction to even their own wordage of the invisible infrastructure, right? Instead of submitting transactions, users submit intents. Swap this token, buy this NFT, move asset to savings. So you tell it what to do, right? And the system figures out how to do it, what's the most optimal route, best chain, lowest cost, fastest execution. Intent systems remove user decision fatigue. Eliminate MEV exposure. That's a big one. I'm a big fan of that. Improve execution quality and allow private order flows. This is crypto becoming goal-orientated, not action-orientated. Also think about this eliminating MEV exposure. If the intent system knows of a encrypted mempool, right? I mean, it already has it within its infrastructure and stuff on how to use it. You don't have to figure out how to use it. basically, if there is the most optimal route or way of doing something, and it's already doing it automatically in an intense system, you don't have to learn exactly how it works and figure it all out, which can be hours of frustration sometimes. Trust me, literally hours of frustration sometimes. And you get to skip all of that and actually just get the function, which I think is awesome. Embedded wallets and invisible key management. Wallets are no longer standalone apps. They are embedded into games, social platform, fintech apps, and creator tools. Keys are split, abstracted, recoverable, hardware-backed. Users never see seed phrases, raw signatures, and manual approvals. Security improves while complexity disappears. The only thing about that that's a little bit concerning is I want my seed phrase. Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe they'll have it. Because see, when I don't have the seed phrase for the wallet and I put a considerable amount of money or whatever's considerable to you in it, and something goes wrong because, you know, new emerging technology never fails, right? It does sometimes. And when it does, I want my seed phrase because I want to be able to back up my wallet. If they can manage this in a manner where they can still back up my wallet and I don't need, then sure. But then who has the seed phrase for my wallet, right? Without being logged into the wallet, how do I prove I'm the rightful owner of that wallet? And how do they give it back to me and know that I'm who I say? I don't know. Security improves while complexity disappears. I guess they got to do some of that zero knowledge stuff. Gas abstraction and free sponsorship. I think this is really interesting, right? So gas is one of the most confusing parts of crypto. Without a doubt, it's one of the most annoying things. If you only have a little bit of money in your wallet, or like you're trying to send a transaction. This is one thing in the old school forms of crypto. A lot of wallets and functions and swaps, they already do this. But back in the day, for sure, you go to swap something and you had to, like, say you wanted to swap all of what you had into something, you had to figure out exactly how much gas, right? And you were still bound to leave, you know, some dust in the wallet. But if you really wanted to send all of it off, you had to really do some math and figure out how much, you know, to leave for gas so the transaction will even go through. And if you try to cut it too close, the transaction will probably fail at some point if the gas fee, like on Ethereum, moves it all, and it usually did. And it was a pain, right? Why wouldn't they just take the whole amount of money, move it, and then take the gas fee out of it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Invisible infrastructure enables gasless transactions, fee sponsorship by app, gas paid in stable coins, and backend fee accounting. A lot of what I've heard is being able to pay gas in any currency. I really like that idea. Users no longer ask, why do I need ETH to move USDC? They just click confirm. Love that. Can't wait for that. You don't get excited about this stuff unless you spent some time in crypto moving things around and bridging and all kinds of stuff. And it's such a pain sometimes. And also don't forget, if you do anything wrong, you'll be in hot water. And by hot water, I mean you'll lose your asset. TM hustling in the house. Thank you for hopping in. Hope everyone is having a good night. I certainly am, other than this extreme hip pain that I'm in. I'm trying to pretend like it's not there. What's up? I appreciate you shouting me out. It says, what's up, Underground? Invisible bridging and unified liquidity. We're learning about invisible infrastructure, aka abstraction. So you came in at just the right time. Bridges become invisible routing layers. Users don't bridge assets manually. Systems detect liquidity, move assets automatically, and manage risk behind the scene. Liquidity becomes global, not goals, but global, abstracted, and chain agnostic. This is essentially in multi-chain future. Why infrastructure is becoming modular and invisible? Well, modern crypto architecture is modular. The old stuff, not so much. Execution layer, settlement layer, and data availability layer, or data availability layer, depending on how you say it, and compute layers or computational layers. Invisible infrastructure stitches together layers together so the users see one experience and not all the complexity. This mirrors modern cloud architecture, microservices, APIs, and orchestration layers. Crypto is converging with traditional software design. who is building this invisible infrastructure, right? Who is on the cutting edge of this? I hope it's going to be Anoma, but that's yet to be seen, right? This movement spans multiple areas: wallets, rollups, middleware, and infra protocols. Different projects focus on chain abstraction, account abstraction, right? Tons of abstraction. Abstraction just meaning to take away the complexity from the user so they don't see it. Not that it's not there, they just don't interact with it. Intent routing, smart wallet SDKs, and cross-chain UX. What matters is not the brand, but the direction. Why this narrative is exploding right now. Several forces are converging: mature layer 2 ecosystem, cheaper execution, better developer tooling, consumer crypto returning, regulatory clarity, improving AI-driven automation. It says consumer crypto returning. Okay, are the consumers returning the crypto? Is that retail? The ecosystem finally has the tools to hide the complexity without sacrificing decentralization. And what this means for blockchains. Blockchains compete less on UX and more on performance, security, cost, and composability. The best chain is no longer the users see, is the ones that the users see, right? But it's the one apps choose automatically. So if you're the best cost, right? Well, then the chain abstraction or account abstraction or blockchain abstraction, whatever you want to call it, is going to automatically choose that chain. The same way people automatically choose the coin that has the most staking on whatever platform you're on, right? Whatever has the highest percentage. You go to Coinbase and you're going to stake money, you'll move it into whatever and you'll stake it as whatever, most likely, just to get the highest rate. And infrastructure wins quietly. Risks and trade-offs of invisible infrastructure. Nothing is free, trade-offs included. So here's where we get into a little bit of the sauce here. So the trade-offs are increased middleware trust, reliance on smart contract logic, complexity moving off-chain, and new attack surfaces. So just new complexities to be attacked, right? The challenge is to abstract UX without re-centralizing power, hide complexity without hiding control. This is an ongoing balance. Basically, they're saying there are some things here that it brings that's new. Some of it new, maybe some of it not. And those are going to be new obstacles to fix and make better and all of that good stuff, as emerging technology always does. And it's going to keep having to balance itself out. So the end game, I think, should be obvious. Crypto apps used by millions, onboarding lots of everybody. Lots of everybody. I like that. Into crypto. Users unaware they're using blockchain, which would be perfect for the gaming world. If they put out a game and the backend is crypto, and even if people know that the backend is crypto, like say they put out a new Call of Duty and they had an actual currency in it, and the the new one was completely built on blockchain, right? Well, if people didn't really see it and didn't actually have to be bothered with it, they probably wouldn't even care. Ownership enforced under the hood, which we want, again, in gaming and many other things, right? Open system powering closed experience. Crypto doesn't disappear, it integrates, just like the internet did. I don't need a closing summary from ChatGPT. Thanks, though. All right, one thing I was curious about, are all of these games? This one's tap to earn, so that's probably not the one to look at. Master Duel. I just want to see, are any of these games even playable, or are they all on? Oh yeah, it's not even. It seems like that game doesn't even exist anymore. What about this one? On-chain Clash. It's like a Clash Royale. This is Ancient 8. We were looking at it today as one of the top gainers. And it also doesn't exist anymore. Or for whatever reason, I can't get to it. Maybe I just need to restart this computer, but for some reason, Crypto Rank just has not been working the last couple of days. So we'll move over to CoinMarketCap. Maybe Crypto Ranks out and CoinMarketCap is in. Tag you're it. Maybe that's what it is. So official ROX. Before I even click on this thing, I gotta just see, like, it has. Oh, that's volume. Its volume is super low, like stupid low. I guess you could toggle buy some of these. Wow. If you toggle by 24-hour percentage, obviously these things are like, probably nothing burgers here. That doesn't even make sense. Anyways, I'm just toggling by 24-hour percentage that it's up. This thing is up 99.9,000%. It's a lot of percentages, but what's its market cap? Oh, it's got 12.1 million in it. Let's check this thing out. I don't know what this thing is, but it is up. It came out with, oh, wow. It came out with 4 zeros in it, and it's chilling with 1 zero in it. Wow. I don't know what this thing is, but it banged. Or really just came out with like absolutely nothing in it, market cap wise. And if you bought it then, you definitely made a lot of money. So this is Zolius on Solana. Where's a website? Can we get a website? That one guy in the house, what's up, man? We were learning even more about chain abstraction and just driving home why chain abstraction, the invisible infrastructure of crypto, why it's basically going to bring everybody in to crypto. Everybody who's not already in crypto, it's going to bring them in. Is this their Twitter? I don't even know where this is taking me. Okay. I don't use CoinMarketCap enough, obviously, because I'm like, do they have a website? Do they have a website? I don't know. So Zolus is a Solana-based token built around AI, Web3 vibe. The team pitches it as an intelligent tool sharing ecosystem where developers can publish models and contributors earn tokens for incentives and governance. That's about all I needed to hear there. I would really like a website or something. And although it's starting to take off, I mean, it's only at 12 point something million. Said heard Zolos is bundled scam, 3,000 holders, 15 million market cap. Yeah, 3,000 holders with only 15 million in market cap. Looks sus. Entry still irrelevant. Shared in Telegram at 199,000 market cap despite FUD early APIN up 80x. It happens. Who's buying these Telegram group calls? Maybe you get lucky. Anyways, we'll move on from that. I do wish that CoinMarketCap would... It's probably in the filter somewhere. I wish they would give us a little bit. So let's put in a minimum market cap here of $1 million. Don't show me anything that has less than $1 million, and it caps a lot of stuff out here. What is this APRO? So you actually get like a website and everything with this. What is its market cap? 31.5 million. We might have gone over this token before. Yeah, we've gone over this token. I don't know was I agreeing that I was in mainland China or that I wasn't in mainland China. Not really sure. Securing information flow, bridging data gaps. Join APRO Oracle Alliance alongside superior projects. So this thing's all about oracles. If you like Chainlink, well, then you already like oracles. Built for developers. Again, something like oracles, super technical. It's not for retail. Now, it'll be integrated into stuff that retail uses. So APRO Bamboo, deep collaboration with all underlying layers of public chains to optimize data processing and gas fees, significantly reducing developers' data usage costs. APRO Chainforge provides comprehensive, tailored services for the underlying layers of emerging blockchains, enabling easy and fast access to APRO oracles. An APRO alliance establishes a purely community-driven shared economy model, encouraging all developers to participate in the expansion of the product ecosystem. Just had a really good idea for the channel. I got to write that down before I forget it. Definitely going to do that. I'm going to start doing deep dives on projects individually like I used to do in pre-recorded videos, but I'm going to do them live. To the community, I'll try to give you a heads up, but it might be a little bit random. It's probably going to be at like noon, 1 o'clock. The video will be for, it'll really be built for the rewatchability, I guess is what I want to say. But I think it'll just help me crank them out a lot faster and be a better environment and way to do it. So that'll be really interesting. And then people can also kind of still interact and stuff, which would be pretty cool. So where else do we want to go here? We've only been live an hour. We covered our crypto IQ raising event of the day, which was, I enjoyed it very much. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Maybe you already knew all about this abstraction because you're a hardcore undergroundian here. Maybe invisible infrastructure is a new term to you. What term do you like better? Did you participate in the poll? Did you smash the like button? Did you even subscribe? Did you even join the Discord? All of those questions I need answers to, and I need them now. They're my answers, and I need them now. Also, where's Blues Guy? He must be at a rehearsal. I hope that his music is going well. What's my favorite new coin? Well, TM Hustlin', what do you mean by new? Because here at this show, like a new is like an everyday thing for me. So if you mean new, like in the last week, the last month, the last year, just let me know. I'll answer you for sure. Just let me know what we're talking about here. It's hard to pick sometimes. We go over so many projects or project. Yeah, there's so many different categories for me. I actually wanted to look at Clanker. I like Clanker, but why I like Clanker, they're a launch pad, right? So it's not that they're like this crazy thing or something like that. I like it because it has a 1 million max supply. And that's just something I'm willing to take a gamble on, 1 million max supply. I just am, right? It only has 42.9 million in market cap. I think if more people realized that the million max supply, it has a less than 1 million circulating supply, I think people would be a lot more excited on this thing. I mean, it's up 5,400%, right? It's up 5,000. It's almost up 5,500%. It's very close, right? Almost up 5,500%. And that's where it is right now at $43, right? It's been as high as $112. So if it comes to investing, I like this project a lot. I really like that it's integrated in Monad, that you can basically, that Monad's a new chain. As Monad gets excitement, there was like maybe 4 or 5 launch pads. 2 or 3 of them were super lame. So like one other competitor for launching coins on the Monad ecosystem is Clanker and something else, right? And maybe more will come on board. Maybe there's some that I didn't see on the Monad website. I'm taking this information directly from the Monad website, right? So I like Clanker in that regard. Says, okay, yes, that was great. I like hearing your point of view. Appreciate that, man. I'm always glad to give my point of view. Of course, nothing is ever financial advice. You know that. And this is what I'm talking about. You go to Monad, right? And then we go to their website, not the blog, monad.xyz. And you find wherever it says ecosystem, as these websites do change a lot, explore the ecosystem, right? And you will find, unless they changed it, because they do change quick, you'll find Clanker. under launch pads in the DeFi section, go to launch pads and you'll find Clanker World, right? You click that, create a Clanker, right? And you're in kind of a backend, this is Clanker World.deploy. So this is like straight into deploying a token, and you can choose Monad. I don't know that a lot of launch pads have that yet. I'm sure they will. And then there's just some other ones. But when I clicked on these the other day, we clicked on some of these and they were really lame. Like go to Toker Mill, super suspicious, won't even let you go there. Nad.fun, same thing. A lot of these are like absolute garbage. But Nad was the only one that we really could go to. It's okay. Like I said, besides Clanker, there was like one other one. I think it was this Bonad. That was even seemed like somebody might use it, but I think Clanker is going to win this. So if Monad gets a ton of attention, I think that Clanker could be involved in it. Now, another token that I really like for the same reason, but I think is far more of a solid project that has established itself and also contributed to crypto a lot. Good night, Cam. Bedtime, guys. I'm sick as a dog. Yeah, I feel for you, man. I was sick, and then I went immediately from being better from a sinus cold to having like extreme hip pain. So dumb. I'm so over it. But have a great night, Cam. I appreciate you being here, even if you were sick. You're a real trooper. It means a lot to me. See you, Cam. Says TM Hustling. So we all wish you well. Get better, man. Gnosis, $131.6. $131.64 to be said another way. Now this thing's not 1 million in max supply, but it's 3 million in max supply. Only 2.6 million of those are in circulating supply. That's pretty awesome if you ask me. I wonder something. Let's go to crypto rank. Go to filters. Do they let you filter max supply? Probably not. It's a little bit definitely a little bit niche of a question there, although I don't know why you wouldn't be circulating that kind of supply. If there's a token that has like 100, get me in there. What was that one token that was like, it had numbers like Bitcoin, right? It was like can't remember what the ticker is. No, it's not Yield Machine. It's like YI. Oh man, I wish I could remember what it was. It was worth a crap ton of money too. Like it was worth like $30,000-$40,000. Is it Yearn Finance YFI, right? Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Look at this thing, man. Now, of course, look at its max supply here, 36,666. Who came up with that number, right? But it's super tiny max supply. Circulating supply was only 35,000. Like, holy crap. That's how this thing got up to some insane numbers. Let's zoom in here, right? And you top out at $82,000. Man. What other project can you think of that's done like Bitcoin type moves, money? Like what other project, like Bitcoin's been to $82,000 a token. Can anybody think of any other token besides Yearn Finance that's been up to, I don't know, even $60,000 or $70,000 per token? No, you haven't. If you do, drop them in the chat. Let me know. Comment if you're watching this video later. But anyways, Yearn Finance it's sitting right now at 3,740. It looks more like Ethereum's numbers, right, than Bitcoin's. But this thing has been to 82,000. It's insane. Let's see how far it says it's down. And it's been as low as $31. Can you imagine? I mean, in 2020, this thing was $31. Can you imagine riding from $32 to $80,000 a token? My God. I am waiting for one of those, Lord. I would appreciate it. I think we all would. BTC was almost at 80K. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about that time frame, what was that? That would have been May 11th, 2021. Let me hop out of here into Trading View. I'll bring you guys with me. I will privilege you to look at Trading View. No, I'm just kidding. You guys probably all have Trading View as well. And this is what I was looking at, this fallen wedge here on the hour. And I'm sure everybody's super aware of this beautiful pump that happened. And that fallen wedge measured move, if the lifer vision I have did well, be about 97,000. I sure hope so. But that's not why I came here. I want to look at May 11th. We're going to definitely need to go to the weekly here. 2021. So it's like all the way back here. Maybe open this up a little bit. And let's find May 11th. Just had it a minute ago. Please excuse my technical difficulties. All right, well, there's May 10th, right? And you can see where we're at. So May 10th, oh, it's on a weekly chart, so I guess. And I completely hit the wrong thing. Gotta love that. Give me a vertical line. There's May 10th. Now let's zoom in a little bit, right? Get the daily going. Then move it into, I think the daily will be fine, right? So if that's May 10th, then that's May 11th. And that started at about 57,000 or vice versa. Maybe it was down here. But you were in the $50,000 price range there. So YMI was higher than Bitcoin at that time per coin. Maybe not in market cap. Definitely not in market cap. No question about that. Let's move that over. This is an interesting little look here, right? And that's on the daily. Can we pop down to say like the 4 hour? Can we even find that line on the 4 hour? Like a snapshot in time. I wish I could have held it there, right? There we go. It's crazy you can come back here on the 4 hour, right? So that would have been the beginning of the day. So yeah, we started off in this range here, and it looks like we had pumped up to a high. Oh, that would have been the next day of like 56,000. All right, that was really interesting. I enjoyed that for sure. Let's use the daily to get back to current and relevant price action here. And zoom out. Back to the hour. And we're still in that fallen wedge. I ain't really broke out of it yet. And that's all for right now. Not something I do all the time. Starting to do it a little bit more. But I really just want to go back and see where Bitcoin was when YMI was at 80,000 a coin. Hopefully all that was accurate. I am relying here on CoinGecko for accurate information, so you know how that goes. Yeah, 82,000 May 11th, 2021. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy. 96,000 this week. Hey, I had a measured move to 97 out the falling wedge on the hour. So hopefully we'll have some good TA. Hope so, guy. Yeah, I think we all hope so, for sure. Did I mention yet that my back is absolutely killing me? It's one of those miserable times where it sucks to stand, can't sit down. Laying down isn't much better. It's all pretty miserable. I didn't want to say anything about it because it is not your guys' problem, and it's not what you came to the channel for. But it will be a shorter show, by some definition, I'm sure. Because I can't sit in this chair forever, and standing up's even worse. If I was standing up, I'd probably be like moving side to side constantly to try to get out of pain, to get away from the pain. Is what it is. Hopefully tomorrow will be better and not worse. I said that yesterday, and it was actually worse and not better. So there's that. Just tell me I'll be there. We don't need a plan. I like it unprepared. Whatever comes our way, we'll stay there for the day. So dream away. I do have this thing on the hardest level. Why am I making sure that I play this every day? Because I'm hoping that there's going to be an airdrop at some point. Where is the Prime Minister of Japan? I don't know. Pretty slow Tuesday. It feels a lot more like a Wednesday. I don't know why. A lot of times Thursdays seem to be like one of our better streams on Thursdays. I always think it's going to be on Friday just because the GameFi narrative, but you know, it doesn't really make sense because it's Friday. People are doing other things on a Friday. Also random, this is random and maybe too far in advance, but Monday the 15th, I'll be doing the show earlier in the day. So if you really love this show, not that anybody's entitled to, but if you really love it and you want to watch it, you'll be watching a replay that day. Don't really expect many of the regulars to be available at that time, but there'll be a show. It just will be at a different time. I have a ton of stuff going on that day, including taking the cat I got my wife for Christmas to get some shot. I don't know, the place we got her from, they're like, just bring her back and we'll give her a shot. And I'm like, all right. I hate that kind of stuff. I would normally never give it to them, but it's part of kind of the stipulations in getting the animal from them. So it is what it is. Don't really have a choice in it. If I say I'm not going to do it, they'll just be like, all right, give me the animal back. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but that's one of the things. And then there's a couple other things as well as the, maybe you care, maybe you don't. I'm not really a huge crazy sports person, but the Dolphins are playing the Steelers, which is pretty hilarious because my best friend's team is the Dolphins and my wife loves the Steelers. So, yeah, I think we're all getting together for that, potentially. Either way, I got to watch it with my wife. Can't make any mistakes in this game for the most part. I mean, I figured out how to kind of slide around them and get hit a little bit. These little red ones do the least amount of damage, the ones you start off with. So you can take a little bit of damage from them, but like if the newer ones as they come out, like they'll absolutely just wreck you if you let them touch you. And let's see, can I beat it in curse mode? So far, no. So far, I absolutely cannot beat it in curse mode. Bet if I went back and played it in like easy mode, I'd probably win every time now. It's just how that goes. Pretty funny. I remember on the easiest mode, could never seem to finish it for a while when I first started playing it. And like I said, this game grows on you after a while, but I wouldn't say it's like a super fun game. Also, if I had to talk about the funnest DeFi game, it's got to be Panzer Dogs, right? I mean, Panzer Dogs is relatively simple, but at the same time, it's, damn, there was nowhere to go. See? Nowhere to go. They make you so slow. I do borderline do kind of hate this game, not gonna lie. If I'm being completely honest, it's not a fun game. I look forward to seeing them like add some things and integrate some things, but so far I just hope that they do me right. Let's see, I got 17 or 1.7. Yeah, 1.7 million tokens. Am I tripping? No, I have 172,000. You think I could read the numbers, since that's all I do on all of like the charts and the breakdowns here on CoinGecko. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Was contemplating playing a round of Panzer Dog. Shout out to everybody who's here. I appreciate you being here. Viewership super low on a Tuesday. Tons of holiday seasons stuff going on right now. But I appreciate everybody who was here today for sure. Have a great night. And I'm going to go try to rest up my back and be in better shape for a longer stream, hopefully tomorrow. How did that poll go? Let's check on that poll real quick. I know, guys, I can say goodbye like a million times. So it's pretty split. This is very interesting. Is chain abstraction the future of crypto? 67% say no. Man, that really gets me thinking. Maybe you guys don't understand chain abstraction as much as I think, or maybe I'm tripping and it's not the future. I don't know how making crypto easier for new people coming in and making it seamlessly and work just like anything that they're used to already using, right? I don't know how that wouldn't be better for the future of crypto, but to each their own. Thank you guys for being involved in the poll. I do appreciate that greatly. Maybe it was people who were bouncing in and out here. It says 86 people came through the stream, so I guess there could be some randos who just came in and mashed a button. But again, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Stay underground, stay crypto, at me in the Discord. If you have any questions or you guys want to continue to chat or anything like that, let me know. Have a good night. Crypto Ron out.